Hello, my name is Dominique Bennett, and as you're all aware, I am a part of the staff here at Shapiro Regional Hospital in the Quality Improvement Department. And I have been asked to discuss the quality methods in healthcare and as it applies to implementing a quality improvement program here at the hospital. The first thing I want to discuss is what we'll be looking at today. Of course, we will talk about the pros and the advantages of a quality improvement program, the cons and disadvantages, and then run over some key points as to recommendations for implementation of the program. The pros and advantages definitely includes the improvement of the care processes and the outcomes of our patients. Also, it does increase patient satisfaction, reducing of error, which does include the monitoring and the effectiveness of the clinical performances as it pertains to the patient's care. Um, Adaptability definitely includes the change in the particular environment or the change in the department or change in the process of the way things go. And so that is also a pro because they will learn to adapt to the changes that comes our way. Productivity is very important because it does limit timeout of the facilities, and so it allows the patients to see more of a smoother running process. Also, the facilities will have less timeouts, such as error, and actually limiting how many errors there are, and so they don't have to go back and try to figure out what's going on, what could have been done, and so that does help reduce that. Um, Also, it establishes and enforces policies and procedures. So we want to make sure that, of course, that our staff are utilizing the proper procedures and the proper standards that are set in place, and it helps measure those and see where we're going wrong. So, of course, that does lead to improvement areas. And so, when we think about the improvement of our quality, we want to make sure that we get down to the bottom of what's going wrong and what we need to fix. Not only does it determine our improvement areas, but it also shows where we are strong at. And so that does also incorporate into how our facility is ran and what type of services that we would need to improve in. Also, the access and availability. Of course, when it comes down to our patients, we want to make sure that they have the access to the care that they are expecting or the care that they need, and then that they are available when they are needed. And so, having patients wait for a long time or necessarily not having those appointments when they are needed does conflict with the access and the availability. So, understanding all of these together are definitely pros to implementing a quality improvement program. And so with this, we will be able to enhance, the services that we give or enhance, our trainings and different things like that. Moving on to the cons and the disadvantages of this quality improvement program. And so, of course, there will be discouragement. A lot of times, the cons and the disadvantages does come from the staff when it comes down to resistance and discouragement. Um, we want to make sure that we are uplifting our staff, but at the same time, we do have to also let them know, hey, this is what's going wrong, and this is how we would need to fix it. And so sometimes people may get discouraged throughout that process and feel as though they're doing their job and they don't understand, what they're doing wrong, and they may not feel like they're doing enough. And so that is a con of implementing a program like this. because it does identify those weak areas of the employees. Um, as far as resistance, employee resistance is definitely one thing that is a con to disadvantages, and it's something that our board members have been dealing with as far as implementing a program as such. And so the way to deal with these type of things are to definitely let people know that there's going to be potential temporary instability within the environment, especially as trial and error does come about throughout this. It's going to be very important that our staff are aware to know exactly what's going on and why we're doing it. And so that way we don't get any pushback from the way things have changed. And sometimes people can't adapt to change. And so that's another thing. Once somebody has been in an environment for so long, people do have the tendency to be complacent in the way processes are going, even though they are going wrong. As far as the training cost and different cost disadvantages, that does play a major role into the cons because um, we do have to train people, and sometimes it does go outside of our resources here within the hospital. And so, utilizing different programs that we may have to get in order to train and enhance our quality is something that is kind of not an advantage when you think about the terms of financial costs and things as such. Our program infrastructure, of course, we did talk about temporary instability. And so there will be, of course, trial and error that does come about. Um, and so, unfortunately, that is something that does take time. And that's where we kind of get most of the resistance from as we're building the program that does play a major role into the disadvantages. So, key implementation techniques would include anticipate challenges um, to help reduce resistance. Also, listen to the employees, analyze all resources, and keep a high morale within the workplace. And so, when we talk about reducing the resistance, like I said, you want to keep the staff updated on a current plan and why we're doing it. And we also want to let them know that changes, of course, are for instability, temporary instability, and that we do need to allow those to work through and understand that there are several people that may not get on board, but we are working through the process. Listening to the employees and encouraging them will definitely keep involvement and participation throughout this process. And so also, taking advantage of the employees' skills, the knowledge and experiences, as well as their training, could also definitely help as far as implementing this particular program. Um, and so, anticipating the change and the challenges will definitely keep the board members ahead on what could come our way and what we may need to work on and find a solution to prior to getting to the challenge itself. And so that is the importance of having a quality improvement program, as well as discussing the pros and the cons of the quality improvement program here at Shapiro Regional Hospital. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me regarding any employee resistance or what ways we can do better as far as implementing this program. Thank you so much.